Hello, hello, hello. Good afternoon. This is Coach Kemi, CEO and founder of How to Think Global Consulting Empire. I am stoked today. You know how life happens, and you just don't want to come on live. You don't want to do what you usually do, and you don't want to talk about what's on your mind because this, that, and the other has happened. But it doesn't really matter. Life goes on. Your ability not to compartmentalize, but your ability to be consistent with and be sane and to think things through, to come to conclusions that will serve you, hi Dion, and will serve other people. That is critical because life happens, and it is this life that happens in the workplace. So if you are that female aspiring for a more senior position, the top executive position in any organization, whether in the one you're at or the one you're going to be at, stay with me for the next 10 to 15 minutes, no longer. I have something to share with you. Now, let me tell you a story about me. I am that woman who noticed while I was still a young girl that I could talk for England, I could talk for Africa. I wanted things a certain way. I didn't understand why people were not all out and vibrant, and I thought I was the odd one out. I thought I was the one over the top, you know. But then gradually, I got to a point where I noticed I was listening to what people said about me as a young person. I thought, yeah, what people say about me is right, what the parents say. But that's not true. Who you are is who you are. Who you are is not who you are not. Do you understand what I'm saying? You cannot be other than who you are. Everybody else will be fake. You'll be acting. Then you have to revert back to who you are. And when I accepted that this is me, let them blame me. Let them say what they like. This is who I am. When I accepted that, that was when my life changed. It was an epiphany for me when I felt good about being myself when I was myself. I felt good. That feeling could take you anywhere. And so that's a client success story for you. That I was my client and I thought, wow, Kemi, you are doing great. So let me tell you about two characteristics. Yesterday, we talked about the resilient top female executive is not ordinary, extraordinary. She is indomitable. Today, I'm carrying on. I said I will share with you two more characteristics of that resilient female top executive who is indomitable. And you know, I was actually going to look up the meaning of indomitable so that I could give you a great meaning. So I'm going to type that here in my phone and give you that meaning as we go along. But let me share with you, I have my notes here. So let me share with you the two characteristics of a resilient top executive female. She has her rules. Oh, by the way, I'm inspired to share this with you from this book by Sue Unerman and Catherine Jacob, The Glass Wall. You should get it. If you are in corporate and you're female, you should get a copy of the book. I'm taking this from the chapter entitled Resilience. Number one of the two characteristics I want to share with you is you must have your rules. You must have your rule book. She calls it your playbook. You must have your rule book. The rules, yours, the ones you play by to keep you in check. What I mean by that is when life happens, you must have thinking skills that will tap you and knock you and say, okay, what's happening? When is it happening? When will it go? Well, you know, what am I supposed to do to keep on track? I'm not saying become a zombie. I'm saying be on track. The second characteristic is don't get into a straw. That is a British expression for getting, I'm not happy. No. This is one of the main differences between male and female. Males rarely get into a straw. They just get on with it. Not because they don't have feelings, but they have analyzed the situation. They have thought through the situation and they have looked at it and said, we need to deal with this later. For now, this is what we are busy. Let's stay busy. Let's stay focused. That's what's on their mind. We've got to finish this program. We've got to hit our KPIs. We've got to ensure we hit the target before the time runs out. And so they shelve things. You need to be able to shelve things. You need to be able to control your emotions. We've looked at this in a previous video, a few videos, where control means to limit, to rule. It means self-restraint. Don't just, oh, they didn't talk to me, and you just fly off the handle and you're talking anyhow. Why? Because you are female? That should not, having a strop or not being in control should not be a characteristic anyone should mention when it comes to being female. Because we are female, we are like, this is just not, oh, they behave like this. We don't need to behave like that. We can hold it together. And if you're resilient, if you're indomitable, you're top, and you are aiming for the top level, then in an organization, then they're looking for not a successful person. It's not the person at the top of the ladder. A successful person is a person who knows she has shown up as a solution and an answer. And an answer. Not so a successful person is not somebody that behaves like an automaton or just behaves anyhow, somehow, so that they will know that I can handle it. No, that's not a successful person. A successful person is one who knows things can go out of control and I can control them. I can bring it back. A successful person is a person who takes responsibility for her life, for her behavior, does not pass the ball, does not say this one did it, that one. No. That is, and those are the kind of women I work with. Now, if this interests you, I would like to invite you to a full VIP day. That's about 7.5 hours with me. It happens on Wednesdays only. It could be virtual or it could be face-to-face. If it's face-to-face, other things will happen that we cannot do virtually, but there'll be 2 breaks during that 7.5 hour session, and it's called CEO Thinking VIP Day. CEO thinking is not when you become a CEO. You need to start thinking that way now, because that is what will get you to the very top. Now, let me tell you who this is for. It is for that female executive who has been in her position for at least 2 years. If you are strong and you are able enough and you've been there 1 year, hey, all you have to do is to click on the link. There is an application form link there, because it's by application only. Fill it out, submit it to me, and we'll have a chat. Listen up. It is for that female who has been in a position for at least 2 years. That female who is ready to take the bull by both horns. It's for that female who is serious. There's some women who are unserious. I am not looking for those women. I'm looking for that woman who is serious. That worker, not a complainer. That one who works, ready to work and ready to create. I'm looking for that woman who is ready for more authority and ready for more responsibility. Because, getting to the top is not a walk in the park. It is for that woman who is ready to do what it takes to enable her organization rise to the top. If you can't rise, you cannot help your organization rise to the top. Now, let me tell you what we will do in this VIP day. We'll be looking at the READY formula for promotion. READY, R-E-A-D-Y. I created an acronym that will determine whether you are actually ready. We'll be looking at your RQ versus your ERQ. That's your relationship quotient versus your emotional resilience quotient. We'll be doing some role playing. We'll be resetting your mindset, because your thoughts set your mind. When we talk about growth mindset, we are talking about changing how you think. That's what we're talking about. How you think is critical to the state of your mind, to your state at work, to how you respond to your direct reports, to how you talk to your senior executives. How you think is critical, and that's what we'll be looking at. We'll be looking at your vision for your career. What is your vision for your career? Because your vision for your career will determine your visibility, and that visibility is what's required for promotion to happen. Now, and at the end of it, you'll be going home with the TFTS template, Think Fast, Think Strong template. It will help you to do just that, and we'll go through it before we leave. And at the end, we'll wrap up, we'll summarize, I'll answer questions, obviously, in between, and we'll look at next steps for you. Now, what is the investment? only £2,997. 2,997. It's usually 3,997, but my birthday is on Saturday, the 21st of July. So I'm giving you a birthday offer that will expire on Saturday, the 12 midnight, the 20 or 11:59 p.m., the 21st of July. So if this interests you, or you're not too sure, you want to ask a few more questions, fill out that form by clicking on the link. I'm happy to have a chat with you. Within 24 hours of your returning the form to me, I will get on the phone and we'll plan a mutually convenient day and time for us to talk. Now, let me remind you who this is for. It is for that woman who aspires for a more senior position. She's not afraid of interviews. She's not afraid of what people will say. She's not afraid of her gender, her color, her height, irrelevant, her industry. She is ready to do what it takes to get to where she wants to be. She wants more authority. She wants more responsibility. She's ready to take the bull by the horns, and this is an important one. She moves mountains. She is ready to move mountains. You know what organizations can be like? All kinds of problems pop up, and we need to do this. And you are ready to move mountains. You are tired of hearing about other powerful women in the top echelons of not just society, of organizations, and you want to be one of them. Well, then you need to be talking to me. Fill out that form. It's a link, application form link in the title above or below, wherever you're watching this, and fill it out and send it right back to me. It's a very simple form. We will talk about where you're going, what you want to do, where you want to get to, and if we're a good fit for one another. And if we're, hey, we'll go right for it. So remember, you must have your rule book. What you go by as an individual when the what hits the fan. And you must be the woman that does not have a strop. Now, I'm sure you're thinking, oh, she wants me to be an automating, I should just be perfect, I have these issues. Don't worry about the issues you have. That's where I come in. I will help you to recognize how you can very easily deal with them and live a life you are proud to own. So if this is you, fill out that form and I'll be happy to have a conversation with you. I am Coach Kemi, CEO and founder of How to Think Global Consulting Empire. Stay strong. Bye-bye.